Episode 19 of making a survival game in Godot. Last time we imported the first of the animations, which was the pistol animations, or the first of the weapon animations. We have all the holdable animations in place, and we did the pistol here. And you can reload as well. Since then, I've been making the episode 19, but things got a little complicated, and it would take me like 3 days to edit all that footage, so I'm just gonna do like a overall update episode. And what I kind of went through. First problem that I had, like 3 days ago, right after I uploaded the other video, I made all the other animations for the revolver, shotgun, and sniper. And you maybe saw in the last video, I would import them as animation library. Now, it took me a whole day to import these 3 animations. Well, it took me like 2 hours. That's all I had that day. Because Godot would just crash if I would try to, because when you re-import, you gotta close Godot and then or restart Godot, and it would just crash, and I couldn't do it for like 2 hours. But I got them in finally, and I imported them in. Actually, I can show you, for example, the revolver. The timing of the spawning is still a bit off, but you can run, you can walk, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, so I got the animations in. Now, the second problem where I really fucked up is in my animation tree. So if you remember how it looked last time, now it looks like this. So I had to remake all the animation states because this was like taking 2 birds with 1 stone. Because before I had a problem with like really stiff animations. Not stiff, but it was just very hard transitions because I was using just animation nodes. For example, if I take a knife, and you can see now it's very smooth, but before it used to like snap really quickly when it was transitioning to another animation. So what I did basically is I started using state machines because they have ability to transition, and then you can using this X-fade time, you can adjust it. You can also use a curve, which I didn't start using, but this is a really nice touch because in Unity you can't, it's always linear when you're using a state machine. So this is really great. And you can adjust the time as well, which is even more amazing. And you can do that per transition, which is wow, just wow. Now the next problem I ran into was with this state animation. When you want to switch to it, obviously have switch mode, either sync, at end, or immediate. I'm using immediate for most of them, unless for example, for the attack animation, I'm using on end, because at end, because when it finishes, I want to transition back. And then also you can use conditions. Now the problem with the condition, it's always a boolean as far as I can see. I tried to find if I could make this maybe a integer or something, because right now, if you take a look at my animation tree, and for example, we go to hold and then conditions, I have 3 separate conditions for just attacking. Instead of, I mean, I could have had just 1 integer condition and then switch to this if the integer is 4, switch to this if integer is 3. But right now they're all booleans, and I just have to set all of them as booleans. I'm fine with the end and jump. Actually, I'm not. That brings me to my second problem. Whenever I use these, for example, for the interactions, I still have to check if we have the which state we're in, because they're in their own separate state machine, and I can't just have 1 condition for all the state machines. The problem is, since it's a boolean, you set it to true, but it keeps it true. For example, let me show you what I mean by that. So this is without my kind of solution. So if I take a knife, for example, and I attack with it, you can see it keeps looping it because it's still true, the condition that I set. And in Unity you would do this with triggers. I don't have that here, so I came up with a really bad solution, but it works. I just have a function handle parameter trigger in the update, which it calls it every frame, yeah, and then checks if that parameter is true, and if it is, then it sets it to false. It's a very basic solution, but I'm not sure what else to do with it. I'm sure there's like I could do some like engine work on it. But for now, this works. We're still not at the optimization stage or whatever. So yeah, this is running each frame, all of this, which is really bad. But it works because now I can just trigger it once. This is a bug I have to fix. We'll get to that in a separate episode. Let's take the bayonet. And if I attack now, you can see it resets, and the attacks are also random. All right. Yeah, next thing I wanted to show you is the rest of the animations because I got them all in. You already saw the pistol animations. This is walking, then we have running, and we have shoot, and we have reload. Yeah. And then we have the revolver. I also showed you that one already. The reload is a bit weird because, well, I have to make the systems for it first, and then it will work fine. Because I can't just do it with animations, I need some code for it. We've got the shotgun. The timings are still weird a bit. And we've got the running. And also we got the sniper, which one animation I can't get it to work. It's just backwards. And that's the second problem. I also have to make it so, because currently everything is attached to the right arm, but the sniper animations were made to be attached to the left arm, or the left hand. So I have to add that functionality. But this has all just remaking this animation tree took me so long, and importing all the animations took me so long. But now it's in place and we can finally play with the actual system of the guns, which has taken a lot longer than I expected it to. But that's fine. At least my animation tree is not that mess that it was last time. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, I guess that's all I did. I really have to fix a lot of the... They're not bugs, it's just not working as intended. I'm pretty sure that's a bug. But yeah, I just haven't gotten around to doing it, and I've got like next 3 days I've got just to work every day, and I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to do, but that's why I've got also a second video coming out, which is like the occasional sculpt series, so you can check that out if you feel bored. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Animations, I got them in, like the pipeline is fine, I just have to play around with the animations and the systems. So I'll get around to doing that as soon as possible, but for now, it's just this. So yeah, until the next update, I guess. Bye now.